Caroline was not always an addict. Once, she was a daughter with dreams, a young woman who believed her life would mean something. But somewhere between survival and silence, her world collapsed. This is not a story about weakness. This is a story about desperation, choices made under pressure, and the many hustles a woman is forced into when addiction takes control. Caroline's life became a daily fight between dignity and survival, hope and hunger, escape and reality. And every single day, she had to hustle, not to get rich, but simply to stay alive. Caroline grew up in an environment where stability was rare and support was fragile. Trauma entered her life early, quietly shaping her decisions long before she understood what pain really was. Drugs did not arrive as destruction. They arrived as relief, a way to numb the memories, the fear, and the loneliness. What started as an escape slowly became a dependency. Jobs were lost. Relationships collapsed. Trust disappeared. Society stopped seeing her as Caroline. She became an addict. But behind that label was a woman still trying to survive, still trying to hold onto some form of control in a world that had taken almost everything from her. But even at her lowest, something inside Caroline refused to die. Moments of clarity would hit her unexpectedly. A look in the mirror, a stranger's kindness, or the realization that surviving was not the same as living. She began to see how addiction had stolen her identity, her future, and her voice. The hustles that once felt necessary now felt like chains. Change did not happen overnight. It began with awareness, painful, uncomfortable awareness. The understanding that continuing this life meant losing everything, including herself. Caroline's story is not about instant success or perfect recovery. It is about truth, about how addiction traps people in cycles that are invisible to those who have never lived them. Her life reminds us that behind every addict is a human being with a story, trauma, and unrealized potential. Some people survive through hustles. Others survive through hope. And sometimes, survival itself is an act of courage. If this story made you uncomfortable, it should. Because real life is uncomfortable, and real stories deserve to be heard.